Hey you, before the video starts, consider dropping a like, a comment, and maybe consider subscribing. This really does help the channel grow. On to the video. Hey guys, it's Main here, backing up another account review. Today we are looking at ZiccSplit, and again, I'll do this for the other two videos that we're going to be putting out this week, but as a reminder, if you haven't already DM'd me for your Idleon efficiency, I'm no longer going to be using Idleon efficiency as strictly toolbox, so if you have your account here in the review list section of the Discord, please DM me, message me somewhere in the Discord with a replacement link for toolbox so that I can review it there. Toolbox, again, just has more tools available to me to help you better help your account. For example, Toolbox has the whole stuff, but efficiency does not. So DM me with your Toolbox link. I'll replace in the review list. And again, that's only applicable if you've already wanted to review. So yeah, anyways, let's jump into it. So ZiccSplit, again, another endgamer. So we'll try to be a little bit quick as I am kind of getting a little bit sick of the endgame accounts. I feel like it's a lot of monotonous stuff. It's the same thing kind of over and over again. So let's try to find something a little bit different. We always talk about Dragon Warrior statue. We always talk about Villager statue. I think overall, I think you should go back and do a little bit more statue grinding just generally, because I feel like these levels are relatively low with how much drop rate we have now. This is something you may want to consider re-farming, especially something like the money percent. Actually getting more of this statue should give you a decent increase in money gain. So if you are looking to get more Eclipse coins, this could be something you want to do. You may also want to consider using your candies. You have 25k. You may want to consider getting your vials up to 13 if you haven't already. Like this one and this one, those ones should be relatively easy. Also, you don't have this at 13, you don't have this at 13, you don't have this at 13, don't have this at 13. So in order to get those at 13, obviously number one priority is going to be Goosey Glug. This gives you base critters per traps, which means it's a lot easier to get more critters out of your traps. So definitely get that one up. You can also do some shiny pet farming for base levels for all critters, base critters per trap. Sorry, this is only level 3. This is giving you just +3, so you can definitely get this up. You have Octodart at 13, but you have Walking Stick at level 3. So definitely redo your shiny pets. Go do some active farming on Beastmaster to get this up a little bit. Yeah. Cooking. Okay. So you see how even taking that out, one ladle, one ladle, one ladle, one ladle, one ladle, everything. I want to see at least like a 1k ladle cost on every single meal here. I don't know what your cooking efficiency is or how many ladles you can produce, but it does not matter. If you have 1k ladle cost on something, that's where you kind of want to stop and reconsider if you want to spend a ladle on it. For me, 1k ladle is like too small of a cost, so I would consider reladling till everything's 10k or 20k or 30k even. If you can only produce like 20k ladles a day, 10k ladles a day, then, you know, 1k is probably acceptable and palatable to you. But seeing something in a 1 ladle cost is extremely sad, and you definitely need to do your repass of your ladles. I mean, even if you just recently got the +20 levels from Deathbringer, just immediately your big focus and shift should be trying to reladle your meals, especially the ones that give you meal cooking speed. The reason being, I've talked about this a lot in some of the other videos, but the more meal levels you have, the more meal cooking speed you get, which means you can upgrade your meals even further than what is facially shown here. So you have a total kitchen speed of 1E81. You can probably get your kitchen speed up to like 1E85, 86 just from upgrading your meals, because blood marrow is that insane. Like I said, like I said in the other reviews more recently, talking about cooking a lot, blood marrow is insane. It gives you a ton of meal cooking speed, and the more levels you have in your plates, the more speed that your kitchen's going to get. So ladle your meals. You're going to get more meal cooking speed, which means you need to go back and again reladle your meals until that cycle kind of slows down and stops, because getting into the level 100 plates, into the 104, 105 plate levels, the cooking speed really starts to slow down. There's really heavy punishment for speed there. But 1 ladle here is probably going to get you like 2 levels of soda, and 1 ladle here is probably going to get you like 4 levels of cabbage. So you can get a lot, and I mean a lot of meal levels here. Yeah, so definitely go through and ladle every single meal here. You want no meal left behind to be hitting some of these later stage later stage meals here, like Nyan Burger, Plump Cake, Spilljack Pepper, Burn Marshmallow, Yummy Peach Rings, all those ones. You want no meal left behind to be hitting those. And if it's not hitting those, you're either like capped on cooking speed or you are doing things inefficiently. And right now, this is very inefficient. So go and reladle your meals. All right, clicker bonuses. I want to see your mega fish here at least 7. And same thing here. I want to see this at least 16. I think those are good milestones, especially nowadays, with the vault giving more clicker resources, with the Gambit Cavern giving more clicker resources. Those milestones are easier than ever, and there's no reason why anyone should not be getting those right now. Okay. Obviously, you spent a lot of atoms here on Warrior's Rule, or you did a lot of candy clicking, doing like mushroom kills, for example. So I would like to see some of the stat bubbles up instead, like 1k on Roid Raging, 1k on Swift Stepping, 1k on Stable Genius. These constitute a kind of base for your character. They give you a ton of damage, they give you a bunch of money percent, and they give you a bunch of kill per kill. So if you're looking to stack the amount of kills you get for Death Note, for Portal kills, or for Gmush kills soon in the future, you may want to consider getting these stat bubbles up, because remember, all the elite classes have this talent right here, Charred Skulls, except with the exception of V-Man, I believe. But it gives you kill per stat you have. So the more stats you have, the more kill per kill you get. You see, I have 300k total stat strength on this character. I'm getting 9.6k% kill per kill. It is a really insane scaler for in terms of like just raw kill count. So if you are looking to get more Gmush kills, that is a great way to get more. And along that same vein, getting things like Molto Orange, Primer Green, Severe Purples, those are really good for kills. And, you know, taking a step further, the other bubbles you should focus on are just the skilling efficiency ones, because I gather your refinery, or sorry, your printer is a little lagging behind where some of the endgame accounts are. I honestly think at this, depending when you started, depending how active you are, 100 bill copper ore is like nothing nowadays. It's if you're at end game, if you're still like mid game, you're thinking, oh my god, 100 bill, that's crazy, I don't even have 1 million. But if you're at the end of World 6, if you're pretty far progressed in the whole, like you have Dragon Warrior statue, 100 billion is nothing. So that's a goal for you to aim for on all of your warrior class characters, to try to get 100 billion on copper ore to get you more atoms, and realistically try to push to 1 trillion copper ore, because that's also not that hard nowadays. And if you are struggling to get there, spend a lot more time in bravery, getting a bunch of mining efficiency. Put your characters in bravery, get more bravery hours to scale the sword damage, so you can eventually get bravery multi. Past stage 47 in bravery is when you can start seeing bravery multi, and that'll obviously help scale the mining efficiency that you see there. So again, that's going to help scale your prints even further. So bravery was a really good source for mining efficiency, helps you get into the hundreds of billions of prints. Getting bravery multi is going to scale you into the trillions, even tens of trillions in prints. If you're really that cracked in bravery and scaled it that much, it just really helps progress it. And I think 100 billion at like any stage of the game, or you know, at this stage of the game that you're at right now, is not that unrealistic. Even for logs, even if you focus on getting chopping efficiency in the wisdom monument, I think it's really achievable to get 100 billion oak log for you right now. Flies, that's a different story. We don't talk about flies. Also, this is on Beastmaster, so 1.5 billion on Beastmaster is pretty good. Also, I would maybe consider taking off Royal Sampler, because I see you probably have Royal Sampler on your characters. Yeah, you do. I mean, it's not, from all the EXP sources we have, it's not the worst. It's only 0.87 decrease of EXP, but that's also 0.87 that you're missing. So up to you. I mean, you would need to take off all your prints to be able to take off this prayer. So that's up to you. You can keep it, you cannot keep it. It's very negligible in terms of decrease, but it's a prayer that's not necessary for you at this stage of the game. So whatever your taste is, man. Okay, in terms of stamps, okay, I don't talk about this stamp a lot, but Drippy Drop. Drippy Drop stamp is actually pretty good for liquid regen. It's I don't know if it's like a true multiplier, but it seems to give a ton in terms of liquid regen. So getting the stamp up is actually pretty impactful for doing like things like bubocranium cooking. So if you want more liquid vestment progress, getting drippy drop stamp is actually a really great way to scale that. Also, your multi-soul stamps only level 180, only 200 in ladle stamp, only 180 in little mining baggy stamp, matty bag stamps only 180, mason jars only 100. So you have a lot of those stamps to up and get more levels out of. So consider doing that because they are really, really good. And more carry capacity you have, the more stamps you can upgrade, which means you can go back and upgrade more stamps. So you have more stamps upgrades, so you can go upgrade more stamps. Yeah, that makes sense. Refinery. That's actually pretty good. I would consider getting your orange salts a lot more up. 528 red salts. I don't think there's ever going to come a time where your orange salts are ever going to catch up in eating your red salt cost. Obviously, they're obviously you can still manually mess up, and you know, for all intents and purposes, it's physically really hard for you to mess up your salt refinery right now. So just level up your orange salts to like level 100 and then turn off the auto refine for spontaneity and just go upgrade that as well. Also get a print for the sand because you're missing you're probably missing your green stack for this, and also you can't produce blue salts because you don't have any. So yeah, getting helium to level 10 is a goal. And you're almost there. It's only 7 days. That's actually not bad. Okay. 75 on this is actually pretty easy. And you're just missing voter rights. So it's not really that big of a deal that you're missing it. But getting the 200 green stacks should be pretty easy for you right now, especially since you're missing the sand, obviously. That's a pretty easy one to get. So you're missing 13 green stacks. Let's see which ones you're missing. This is pretty easy. This is kind of easy. This is fairly easy, and this is fairly easy, and this is fairly easy. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did a video on bone meal. You can go take Siegebreaker. Actually, I hope it procs today, so I actually get it on stream. And in a recording, you know, that'd be cool. Wait, did I do it? No, I did it. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's see if it procs. Oh, it procced. I saw the Plunderous Mob drop. 2.5 million. There's 2.7 million bone meal. Look, see? It worked. There you go, 19 mil. Let's zoom in. 19 mil, 22 mil. See, the Plunderous Mob works. I'm not crazy. Not that anyone called me crazy in chat, but you know, you could do that. So that's 10 right there, right? What are all of these items doing? Clean your inventory space, man. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. One of these is 17, I think. 18, 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25. Equinox Mirror is actually really easy if you go on ES and activate there. It just filter out Lucky Lad. If you have Luckier Lad, I think you could just filter it out. Also, your inventory, man, this is just crazy. But yeah, you have a ton of green stack that you can do. So that dream quest is very easily completable in like a week of grinding. Less than even. You're pretty far into Deathbringer. I gather you're an active DB guy. Okay. This video is going to come out on like Wednesday, I think. So it may be too late if you're watching this video not live. But getting to Writhing Grimmoire is possible before I'm recording this on April 12th, and right now, if at the stage you're at, I think it's realistic that you can get to Writhing Grimmoire in less than 200 hours, which, you know, is like the minimum for when the next update's going to come out. So getting here is going to help you with the next masterclass, because it'll help you with it'll help you kind of indirectly, as I mentioned in the previous review, or as a rant after the review that we just did. But getting to Writhing Grimmoire is going to scale the crop scientist pencil, the superior crop research, and what that does in farming is it'll help get you more pet rate. And the next masterclass is almost certainly going to be Beastmaster. And while you're active on Beastmaster, it's going to make shiny pets level up. So if you scale the crop scientist pencil pet shiny rate right here through Writhing Grimmoire, that means it's going to be easier to level up shiny pets, and that's something you kind of need to focus on right now as well. So when that Beastmaster masterclass comes out, we suspect it's going to be some Grimoire style mechanic where you need to be active on it to grind some masterclass specific resource. And if you're active on that class grinding that resource, that means you're going to get shiny pet progress. So if you're getting shiny pet progress and class progress at the same time, it's just kind of win-win to help you progress your account at the same time. So it's really good, and that's something to consider. So if you are in the realm of getting Deathbringer up to Writhing Grimmoire, it's potentially a really good bonus for your account to help you kind of with the next masterclass. It'll help you progress breeding. It'll help you progress whatever that new Grimoire style mechanic is for that Beastmaster. Yeah, so something to consider for you. Tome progress only 5%. That's decently high. That begs the question: how much slab do you have? Again, slab grinding. Sanic ring. A lot of people are missing Sanic ring. Do they just forget how to get this? So I talk about it a lot, but I never show anyone. So again, where is it? This one right here. So I'm going to show this live on stream how easy it is to get this. So I believe I have a star sign doubler. I don't even think you need a star sign doubler to be able to drop this. I think you just need to equip it. But let's just sit and wait, and let's see how easy it is to get this ring to drop. Obviously, I have 90x drop rate. To be honest, I don't even think drop rate really impacts the ring. It's just the sheer number of monsters that you're killing. But yeah, we'll come back to this. Obviously, I don't want to sit here until the ring drops, but if I see it drop off screen, obviously I'll swap over. But yeah, doing some slab grinding is definitely a focus for you. I see a lot of dungeon stuff that you can do. So pop into a happy hour with someone, or find the party and do happy hour. But just being on a class you don't normally do. So being on a beginner class, being on a warrior, being on archer, being on a mage, trying to get these. Also, since you have Deathbringer, make sure to buy the upgrade to be able to actually drop this. This is from Party Dungeon. You can pick this up, but you need a legendary helmet, and there's a way to upgrade the equipment you get in dungeon to legendary if you haven't done it yet, and it requires you have Deathbringer. And I can't show you it here because it doesn't show it. Unfortunate. But you can buy the upgrade to get legendary equipment in the dungeon in like the main, like when you go buy flurbos and stuff, when you go buy like the RNG items and stuff, it's in that menu. You'd be able to buy the upgrade. It's like when you increase the drop rate for the vouchers and stuff. That's the menu I'm looking for, is what you're looking for to be able to get that. But that's an easy slab. You have a bunch of easy slab stuff for you to do, and that's definitely something you want to focus on. Okay. Yeah, Viewman's on nature traps. That's good. Depending when you last retrapped, you may want to actually, your trapping level's pretty low. Okay. I would consider retrapping, because I don't know when it was the last time that you retrapped, but 927 mil EXP on turtles is kind of low. I feel like you haven't retrapped in months since you got turtle from Jade Emporium, but if you didn't know, base critters increases the amount of EXP that you get. And if you've at all progressed crops in the past X amount of time since you retrapped, you probably have like double, triple, even 10x the EXP you have now on V-Man. So getting to 120 trapping should be fairly easy for you now if you can retrap. So obviously use as much EXP retrap on V-Man on most of your characters to try to get higher trapping levels. And for V-Man specifically, the more trapping levels you have, the more critters and souls you're going to get because of the species epoch talent. If you forget, you know, just what that is, because I gather you might, you're at only 5 point, sorry, you're I don't know what actual bonus you have here, but this talent was one of the best scalers and still is one of the best scalers for critters and souls that we have in the game. Just the more trapping and worship levels you have on your V-Man, the more critters and souls you're going to get from it. So trying to scale levels of trapping on your V-Man and trying to scale worship levels on your V-Man is going to help you in that grind towards getting those vials to 13. And again, when you get the honker vial up to level 13, it's going to make that a lot easier as well, because the more base critters you have, the more EXP you get, which means you can get higher level trapping, which means you get more critters and more souls as well to help you in that grind as well. So yeah, consider retrapping, trying to get higher level on V-Man specifically. I gather you have a lot of EXP to gain from doing the retraps, doing the renature traps and stuff. So definitely probably worth your time doing, and consider doing that so you can up the amount of critters you're getting so you can get these vials finished, because you have a lot of vials here. A lot of trapping specific vials. We did Equinox. How is this done here? The mini boss grind is definitely something you probably want to do, just every single day, trying to kill Dr. Defegus with as many Bone Jump Pickles as you can. Being active on Deathbringer, killing Glunko, probably not worth your time right now if you're doing active Deathbringer, but in like the next few weeks, once the new masterclass comes out, make sure, or rather consider getting Glunko kills up to like 10k, 100k even, to get that Dementia Skull, I believe. Should be fairly easy because Glunko can spawn like every 5 minutes on Deathbringer if you have the gravestone down, so that's really good. But the others are just grindy. They just take some time, but just make sure you are doing them so you can actually get the multi-kill out of these. And the more multi-kill you have, obviously just the better it's going to be for prepping for like World 7, or even getting some of the statues from the hole. So the Villager statue, Dragon Warrior statue, it just helps you a little bit in getting that. All right, and obviously we talked a little bit about worship, but definitely get your worship levels up. Clash of Clans specifically, try to get this like 180. This will help you with more EXP. Hey, ZiccSplit, welcome in. But yeah, getting Clash of Clans up, this will help you get more EXP. You missed it, but we were talking about V-Man species epoch talent. That's going to help you a ton right now. So getting more worship levels and getting more trapping levels on your V-Man. Also, I had this question for you. Do you know when the last time you retrapped was? Because the amount of EXP you're getting on your traps for V-Man looked relatively low. And I gather you can probably like 3, 4 to 10 extra EXP on V-Man if you were to do a retrap right now. And obviously with that much EXP increase, you can probably get to like 120 trapping. That means you're going to get even more critters and souls, which means you're going to be able to finish those vials a lot faster. A long time ago, well, there's your answer. So retrap, get higher level of trapping under V-Man. The higher level trapping you get means you get more critters, a multiplicative increase to critters, which means you're going to be able to finish those vials even faster than you are doing right now, because obviously you have a lot of vials that are critter based that you're taking a lot of time on that you can finish pretty quickly if you were to get your V-Man levels up. So get your just do a retrap on turtles, on nature traps for V-Man. Put as much skill EXP as you can. So make sure to get the skill EXP prayer, the gold food, the golden ham for skill EXP. There's also a shiny pet that you're missing, the base critter. That one will help you with trapping EXP. Base critters increases trapping EXP, so the more base critter sources you have, the more trapping EXP you're going to get. So getting this shiny pet just in your fence yard, honestly, not even doing active Beastmaster, just in your fence yard will help you in getting just more EXP, which means more critters for you. Also, it's just base critters, so you get more critters anyways. And that in combination with getting Goosey Glug up to 13 is going to help you in progressing trapping, getting all those vials done, and just helps you set up for success for when new pets, new trapping pets come out, or new worship tower defenses come out. Okay, as is in the previous review, just getting skill levels up are going to help your account. So catching up to 750, you're only 4 levels away there. Fishing up to 750 to help you get the printer output, but the big one's cooking. There's a lot more cooking EXP sources that we have in game now because of the vault. So I would consider getting up to 1,000 in cooking, depending how many balloons you have. But there's like thousands of % more EXP in cooking nowadays than we do that we have as a result of the vault. So getting to 1,000 cooking is more realistic than it was in the past. Also, in the same vein, it'll help you with bravery sword damage. So the more skill levels you have, it'll scale the measurer scaler for sword damage, which will just help you push further in bravery. Nice. All right, boats and captains. So I think instead of trying to go for all red boats, I think getting all like whatever like purple boat this is, whatever color this is, I think is a good goal for you. Try to get your speed up to like 200 mil on every single one of your boats is probably a grind you may want to consider undertaking, especially if there's ever the chance that lava adds another island. The more sailing speed you have means you're going to be able to finish that update quicker, which means you can get those gains a lot faster. And especially because we're getting a new archer masterclass, I don't know if that's going to increase sailing at all or do anything with sailing. But considering there was a compass teased in the future content blog, it's always possible. I'm just saying. So get more sailing speed on your boats just to prep, just in case, I don't want to wish bad things into the universe, but hey, who am I? All right, yep. I'm just gonna say right off the bat, you need to do more. You need to do more divinity grinding. I know it's something you don't want to hear, but you have Dragon Warrior statue. You have the Div Spiral. You have all this Onyx. You have a lot of Divinity EXP. Just get to it, pal. Okay, let's see. What else? Get Dragon to 150? Yeah, you could. How far in the sanctum are you? 14, only layer 14. So it may, yeah. I mean, it may be worth your time to be here a little bit longer, getting it to at least 150 and trying to get to like layer 20. It's annoying, but getting to layer 20 is going to give you more drop rate. It's going to give you more damage. It's going to give you more class EXP. So there's no reason not to. And obviously get you more opals so you get more villager EXP. Also, I think I talked about this in the previous video, but actually splitting opals is actually a good idea now. So what you want to do is this bonus for Conjurer, this one right here, this got buffed recently. So this is why it's become more prominent, more prevalent now. Getting like 25 opals in every single villager and then dumping the rest into just one villager like Belaya, for example, right now would be a good idea. So 25 here, 25 here, 25 here, 25 here, and then the rest into Belaya. Will help you progress the other villagers as well, to help you progress for future updates. So if if he ever increases the cap of engineer, you'll be ready for it. If he ever increases the cap of measure, you'll be ready for it. Obviously, trying to get more pips, more upgrades into Conjurer is always good, because I think you need like 55 plus, 60 plus to be able to max out everything in the Conjurer. So that includes everything from Idleon magic, everything from village, everything from whole. Was there a second buff? The first one was underwhelming. Well, no, I mean, he just increased it by 2% per like upgrade. So instead of it being 4%, is now 8%. It's actually pretty good. Unfortunately, I haven't dropped Sanic Ring yet, so that's the other thing I wanted to show. So taking a little bit longer. I don't think drop rate actually impacts it. And I want to make sure I actually equipped it. I did equip the star sign. Okay. The game's also lagging a lot. Farming? It's not bad. Not bad at all. Not 24k there. You're not 24k there. 5k. Oh, this is bad. Wow, what are your items? Oh my god. Makes sense. So, I want to showcase something. First of all, I got a pristine charm. Yay. Anyways, I want to showcase something. You see my ninja stealth? 3.9 E25. 3.9 E25. Get that in your head. All right. Okay. $35 QQQ. I dropped by a magnitude of 2. I lost 100x sneaking power from lotus flowers. So having mules, as it were, is really important for pushing sneaking. Like, it is mandatory if you're trying to push. Now, all these characters are at 100% detection versus before they were at 74%. So, yeah, like Smoke said, TLDR, Lotus Flowers are really powerful, and they are necessary. They're not even just powerful, they are necessary for pushing sneaking. And I recently just made the transition to 4 of these guys. 76%. I don't think I have the star sign doubler for that. That's probably why. Hello? Not the gold food. Okay, we'll stick you back in the hole. Make sure that I have Wraith form on. Okay, I do. Perfect. Back to desktop view. So that being said, it doesn't matter which character. Actually, it potentially matters. I would not put your archers on Lotus Flowers. Those archers, you want them to be high level for whenever the master class comes out. It's probably going to have something related to sneaking. So if your archer classes have higher levels, the better sneaking they are, which means you're probably going to get more bonuses from whatever increase the new master class is going to have. Also, your inventory is kind of all over the place. You don't need this, you don't need this, you don't need this, you don't need this, you don't need that, or that. You only need the gold charms. You need gloves, nunchucks, meteorites. You probably need a double stack of meteorites and stuff. Also, yeah, the stealth bubble does multiply for archers. So if you're active on an archer class, it increases the stealth that you have. Because remember that this bubble exists. Archer or bust. It will scale stealth chapter. Fun fact. So while you're on an archer class, you're going to get 27% per tome point thing that you have. or whatever your multiplier is for archer bust there. So decently good increase. And in terms of summoning, it seems like you're just focused on essence generation, which is completely fine. And I don't necessarily disagree with anything I'm seeing. Good. I'm assuming you're doing essence generation. I don't know what you're doing, actually. What are you doing? If you're doing essence generation, you have a lot more points into the damage health than I would like. Yeah. If you're going for essence generation, make sure to upgrade the essence generation stuff first before you throw the other doublers randomly. I know we have a lot of surplus doublers, but even though that's the case, I see you still can put doublers on stuff that would actually help you. Like I don't see a doubler here. I don't see a doubler here. I know it's like a very small increase in essence generation, but every increase is an increase and it still helps you. Oh yeah, and the cyan summoning here, like it's a small increase nonetheless, but it's still an increase, and that's something you want to consider and focus up on. Slab grinding we talked about. Beanstalk, yeah, Beanstalk grinding for sure, 100%. Okay, so I would get stronger vines to 340. I would push it even further than that, to be completely honest, but yeah, definitely growth speed as well. The more growth speed you have, the better. The end game goal is to try to get sub 1 second on farming speed, or for glassy crops, so that they grow a lot faster. It's really late game to get that, but it is possible. And the way you get there is upgrading nutritious soil and obviously upgrading speed GMO a lot more. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think in your near future, when this video comes out, this will be the case, but there will be the Shrine EXP ballad bonus. So consider using a lot of your candies during that time to help upgrade your shrines. I'm not gonna lie, I think getting to 27, 28 shrines should be possible during that week for you. Yeah, you can. Honestly, before you spend any candies, wait for that ballot bonus and then spend candies. The ballot bonus next week or this week when you're watching is almost certainly going to be the Shrine EXP. Please, Reddit. Please. Reddit, please. But this bonus is going to be absolutely huge because you can push those shrines way further than you could now. So everyone that's watching right now, get gold cheese on every single character. Get a stack, as much as you can. And then when it comes time to use candies, get as much gold cheese as you can and do something with your candies. I want to see everyone's candies to be less than 100 post shrine update. Everyone. That's how serious this is. Like Armageddon level event happening in Idleon right now. Like this is, stars have aligned, Mercury's in retrograde, the sun's getting nuked. Like it's really good. Like yeah, I want to see like 1,000 hours of candies at most. Speaking of candies, what am I at? We're getting sidetracked from the review, but I'm curious. I'm at 28,000. So, you know, you and I, yeah, Absolutely. So I'll be joining you in that adventure. So there you go. So yeah, when you do candies, make sure to move your shrines into that world before you consider using any candies, and make sure that ballad bonus is active. And oh yeah, that's also something I want to mention. When that ballad bonus becomes active, make sure to actually upgrade this and the conjurer bonus so you get more shrine effect or more shrine AFK time. That way your candies are more effective. Just at least during that event when you use those candies, so you get more shrine progress when you use them. Just to min-max a little bit, but something to aim for. And especially if you do reset the opals, it should be a little bit easier since you have you should have more conjurer points to manage. So, all right, I'll stop there. Mr. ZiccSplit, thank you for joining, even though it was late, for the account. And as well, thank you guys for watching over on YouTube, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye. Hey there, guys. It's Main here. I just wanted to say deeply thank you to everyone who does support me over on YouTube and or Twitch. It really does help motivate me to continue making more videos. If you would like to become a channel member just starting at $1 a month, please check the description below. Have a great day.